What it do? Dream Team, it's your boy Neal back with another reaction video, guys. Here we are with Everyone Hates This About Australia. Before we jump in, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, ring notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. You guys have a favorite video suggestion, you can subscribe to Patreon, drop it in the comment section or in the description section. There's your premium request link. What we got?
That was the craziest thing for me. I don't mean dislike it. I mean they absolutely hate it. Everyone who has made it through the whole video, there's one thing that I would like to tell you. Hey guys, what's going on? My name's Johnny, and I traveled Australia as a backpacker for 1 year. And now I want to tell you about the 5 things that I like the most about Australia.
Talk to me.
The first thing would be the people. They are just one of the nicest lot I have ever met. You know, in Europe, when someone talks to you, usually they're after something. You don't just randomly approach someone and talk. In Australia, you just do it. You just talk to people. The first time someone came to me and he just talked to me about the weather or something, I tried to figure out what he was after. He just turned around and he said, "All right, mate, have a good one. It was nice chatting to you. See ya." And I was like, all right, he was actually just after a conversation.
That's it.
To people, you can make friends very easily because it's just a very normal thing. Furthermore, Australians are just very, very kind. No matter what hard time we went through, there was always people offering their help. Our car broke down one day. We had to call the tow truck in the end. I think the time we spent waiting on the tow truck, 5 people pulled over, offered their help.
Dang.
Hey mate, you need a hand?
Shout out to my Australians out there, to my Aussies out there who care about their people, who care about their community, who see a man in need and they're going to help him, who see a woman in need and they're going to help them. They're not just going to pass them by. Shout out, they just want to talk the talk. Not necessarily that they need something from you, right? They don't see strangers. All they see are mates, blokes, and Sheilas. You feel me? Talk to me.
Waiting on the tow truck, 5 people pulled over, offered their help. Hey mate, you need a hand? That was the craziest thing for me when I realized that I'm not alone in this country because everyone is just so helpful. Hey mate, how are you going? Yeah, good. How about yourself? And then you'll be like, oh, not too good actually because this and that. And he will offer help, definitely. And if he doesn't offer help, he knows someone who could help.
So awesome.
The second thing that I love about Australia is kind of an obvious one. It's animals. God damn, I love the animals in Australia.
Oh no.
The birds.
No. Yeah. Absolutely beautiful birds. That snake getting put around his neck, I was saying no to that because no, ain't no way. There's no way on the Lord's earth that I could ever have a snake put around my neck. I'm not capable.
Even the snakes and the spiders. Everyone who comes to Australia is like, oh, I will have to check my bedding every day for spiders, and hopefully there's not a snake under the carpet or whatever. I had similar thoughts before coming to Australia, right? But I developed a love for spiders and snakes. Beautiful creatures. I mean, look at them. Not just as a snake, but look at their skin. I don't even know if you call it skin, but look at their color. Beautiful creatures. I don't even know how to put it. Same thing as spiders. I love spiders. I don't think that I have seen a venomous spider anywhere in Australia. No matter which spider I came across, all the Aussies kept telling me, oh, this is just that. This is just a huntsman. This is just whatever. They're not harmful to anyone, really. The birds are just the most insane thing in Australia. In Australia,
yeah. That's where we disagree. The fact that I don't think I could develop that love for spiders and snakes. No matter if they're not venomous, if they're not harmful, it's probably the American mindset. I can't shake it. It's the American mindset. I'm just scared. And I know that you're gonna say, well, they're probably more scared of you than you are of them. Well, god dang it, they're absolutely terrified when they see me because I'm scared to death. So they gotta be absolutely terrified, bro. But yeah, I'm glad that he loved it. But I know Australia wildlife, you don't see too many venomous spiders and snakes unless like you're in the outback or in like more of a rural area. You're not gonna see that in the cities. You will see. I feel like some of those non-venomous spiders. I feel like I be seeing these huntsmen, no matter what. But I could be wrong. But I be seeing these huntsmen in a lot of videos.
Just whatever. They're not harmful to anyone, really. The birds are just the most insane thing in Australia. In Australia, the birds can sound a bit awful. Like, the bigger and the more beautiful they get, the more awful they sound. Like the small brown birds that don't look very special, they tweet beautifully. And the more exotic the birds get, like the more greenish or the more like cockatoo, whatever, they sound like A lot of people like find them annoying because it is really loud and they tend to just crow in the morning a lot.
When I send voice messages to my friends, they kept telling me that it sounds like I would be standing in a zoo. Listen for yourself.
Kookaburra. Oh my god.
I stopped.
That was loud. That was definitely loud.
Noticing that because it was just an everyday thing. When I first came to Australia, it was like, oh, the birds, the birds, the birds. But then in the end, like you get used to it. But then when my friend said, it sounds like you're standing in a zoo, I said, yeah, that's true. I mean, now that you say it, I hear it again. It was beautiful.
That's so
Number
awesome.
3. This is going to be a rather short one. It's a dish that I have discovered in Australia, a breakfast dish, which is called Eggs Benedict. I have never heard about Eggs Benedict before coming to Australia, but man, ever since I have tasted it first, I kept eating it every...
I've heard of Eggs Benedict. I don't know if I've ever eaten it or if I've ever seen it, but I mean, I've definitely heard of Eggs Benedict. If I see it, then I'll know, but... Because it might be a dish that we eat that might just be go by a different name, but I'm not sure.
Day. Well, I wish it was every day. Of course, I couldn't afford going out eating every day, but
I feel that.
Every time I went to a cafe and had breakfast, I would order Eggs Benedict, which is basically a sourdough bread with bacon. You can also order it with salmon or ham. I always stick to bacon.
I like bacon.
Sourdough bread, bacon, poached eggs, spinach, and sauce hollandaise. It's probably a bit more ingredients that I'm just not aware.
I've heard of it. I've never had it though. I've never tried that. It looked good. Poached. I don't think I've ever eaten poached eggs. Is that like? No, I don't think I've ever eaten poached eggs.
But well, I'm not a chef. I'm just the consumer. Whenever you're in Australia, I don't even know if it's an Australian dish or not. But however, I learned about it in Australia. I fell in love with it in Australia, so to me, it's an Australian dish. So whenever you're in Australia, please make sure that when you're not allergic to eggs or sauce hollandaise or whatever, make sure that you try Eggs Benny. Alright, before we head on, I'd like to encourage you hitting that like button if you have enjoyed this video so far, and consider subscribing because that would absolutely push my motivation to continue making these kinds of videos. Thank you so much.
Y'all definitely hit it from my guy.
Let's move on to number 4.
No, you're not about to tell me you like Vegemite. I'm ending the video right here because you are not about to sit here and tell me that you tried Vegemite and you enjoyed it, because it's a lie. Because you're lying to us now. And I can't watch you lie to us. Talk to me.
This is a surprising one, I think. It's Vegemite. To anyone that doesn't know what Vegemite is is a spread that you put on your bread. Usually you have it for breakfast, but honestly, I can eat it all day, no matter when. When I get up at 2 a.m. in the morning and I'm hungry, then I just grab a jar of Vegemite, spread it on my bread, and let's get going. So the crazy thing about Vegemite is that I am supposedly the only foreigner that actually likes it. Every foreigner, everyone that did not grow up with Vegemite, they hate it.
We absolutely hate it. We absolutely hate it. We cannot stand it. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. I love my Australians. Love everything about them. But Vegemite is not good.
I don't mean dislike it. I mean they absolutely hate it. I have introduced so many travelers to Vegemite when I was in Australia, because there were just so many that didn't know what Vegemite was. And I said, what, you don't know what Vegemite is? You'd have to try it. And luckily I have always a jar of Vegemite with me. So I introduced Vegemite to them. And every single one of them, no matter from which country they were, they made funny faces trying it. Funny faces like this. The other thing is,
it's universally bad. It's universally bad.
Vegemite is a very intensive tasting spread that tastes also very salty, but I just love it. I just can't understand anyone who doesn't like Vegemite.
I can't understand you, my guy.
A world without Vegemite anymore. And to all the Australians out there that might actually watch this video, don't worry. I have introduced Vegemite to them the proper way. The way I eat it, it was confirmed by a lot of Australians to be the correct way. This is how I introduced Vegemite to everyone else, but still they disliked it. Nothing I can do about it. And now number 5 would be, Australians like to keep it simple. By that I mean, they have a much simpler bureaucracy compared to what we have in Germany. I mean, right? Germany is kind of known for being very strict and very bureaucratic and everything. So maybe to Australians, Australia might appear very bureaucratic, but compared to Germany, believe me, it's nothing. For instance, I bought a car, and buying a car in Australia is also fairly easy. You just fill out a form, and basically the car is yours. You go to the registration authorities,
Yeah, that's how it should be.
Tell them this is your car now, show them the letter, and you're good to go. It's your car now. It's a bit more complicated in Germany, but I'm not telling you about all of that. What I really want to...
Yeah, but that's the same way here in the U.S. You go to the lot, know what I'm saying? Pay for the car, you got your car. Make sure you got insurance and driving off the lot.
Say is I had a car insurance, and then afterwards I bought a new car. Can you follow me so far? All right. First car, then I bought a second car. So I wanted to transfer the insurance from this car to the other car. And in Germany, it's a process, really.
Are you
in Australia,
serious?
I could do it all on the app. You have an app for the insurance. All you do is just type in your new license plate number into the app, tell them, this is my new car, and you'll receive a message. Your insurance has successfully been transferred. Congratulations.
It should be that easy.
This is something that's just so easy.
I can't believe it's not that easy in Germany. I thought it was legit this easy almost everywhere.
So, to me, my personal opinion, everything is a bit easier in Australia when it comes to bureaucratic stuff.
I feel that.
And this is something that I really loved about Australia as well. Right, there you have it. A few things that I love about Australia. Of course, there are heaps more. I might make a second video about that, covering a few more things that I love about Australia. Thank you so much for sticking around. This was my first YouTube video, my first actual video. It still feels very strange talking to the camera, but I try the best that I can. And everyone who has made it through the whole video, there's one thing that I would like to tell you. Thank you. See you next time.
For that being his first time on camera, bro, that was really good. He was really good. He's a natural at this YouTube. I could see him getting big. That's his first video. I can definitely see him getting big. That's all we got. You guys got a favorite video suggestion? You can subscribe to Patreon, drop it in the comment section, or in the description section is your premium request link. It's your boy D Neal. Out.